Hello students, how are you all? In last class you learned what are the carbohydrates and classification of carbohydrates. The today's topic is preparation of glucose. In that first one, preparation of glucose from sucrose. This is the first method, from sucrose. Nothing but from cane sugar. Cane sugar. Sucrose is boiled with dilute hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid in alcoholic solution, gives equal amounts of glucose and fructose. First let us read the statement. Sucrose is boiled with dilute hydrochloric acid or H2SO4. Dilute hydrochloric acid or dilute H2SO4 in alcoholic solution. In alcoholic solution gives equal amounts of glucose and fructose. Now let us write the equation for it. Sucrose formula is C12H22O11. So this is sucrose. Upon hydrolysis in a acidic medium, taking is H plus. This H plus from hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid dilute. Then the product is one product is C6H12O6 and another product also same C6H12O6, formulas are same. So this one product is glucose, another product is fructose. So equal amounts of glucose and fructose is formed boiling of sucrose with dilute HCl or sulfuric acid in alcoholic solution. So this is the first method of preparation of glucose. And the second one, from starch. This is the second method preparation of glucose and it is a commercial method. Hydrolysis of starch by boiling it with dilute sulfuric acid at 393 Kelvin under pressure gives glucose. First let us read the statement. Hydrolysis of starch by boiling it with dilute sulfuric acid at 393 Kelvin under pressure gives glucose. Now let us write the equation for it. C6H10O5 taken n times. This is a formula of starch. Cellulose same. Cellulose. Starch or cellulose you can take. Upon hydrolysis in a acidic medium in H plus. So I am taking this is n molecules of water. The product is NC6H12O6. The product is glucose. So this is the second method preparation of glucose from starch. This is the commercial method preparation of glucose. So this is the preparation of glucose. Next topic, structure of glucose. Glucose has two structures. They are, the first one is open chain structure of glucose and the second one is cyclic structure of glucose. Now let us discuss one by one in detail. Among them the first one is open chain structure of glucose. Open chain structure of glucose. So we know very well that glucose molecular formula is C6H12O6. Glucose C6H12O6. So there are 6 carbons present in the glucose molecule. So I'm taking first carbon, this is the second carbon, third carbon, fourth, fifth and sixth carbon. At first carbon there is a presence of aldehydic functional group. So this is a aldehyde group. Aldehyde functional group. So this is the first carbon and this is the second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So in this chain at third carbon you can take OH is on the left hand side. So first carbon you can take CHO and third carbon you can take OH is on the left hand side. So remaining at all the carbons you can take OH is on the right hand side. So simplest way to remember the structure of glucose. At first carbon CHO is a first carbon CHO group, aldehyde functional group. At third carbon OH is on the left hand side and remaining all the carbons OH is on right hand side you can write. So second carbon OH is on right hand side. Fourth carbon OH is on right hand side. Fifth carbon OH is on right side. Last carbon is CH2OH. So the remaining valencies of carbons will be satisfied by using hydrogens. So here is valence carbon is 4. So we have to satisfy one valence with hydrogen. Here also we have to satisfy the valence with hydrogen. Here is an hydrogen. This is another hydrogen. So this is a open chain structure of glucose. So by looking at this molecule, what is the point to understand is glucose is a aldohexose. Glucose is a aldohexose. First point. It is a aldohexose. So the compound contain aldehyde functional group and a number of carbons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons. So 6 carbons is there we have to call as a hex. So in the classification you learned classification of monosaccharides on the basis of number of carbon atoms and functional group present in them. So here is a number of carbon atoms is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the sense we have to use hexose and the functional group is aldehyde. Aldehyde functional group is there, so that we have to call as aldohexose. So glucose is a aldohexose. And another point is it is also known as dextrose. Glucose is also known as dextrose because when a plane polarized light is passed through the glucose solution, the glucose molecule rotate the plane polarized light towards right. That means clockwise direction. So that on the base of this point we are calling as glucose is a dextrose. Glucose is a dextrose. It is a dextrorotatory compound. Suppose if you take organic compound, here I am taking a compound, any organic compound. Through this organic compound we have to pass a plane polarized light, PPL, plane polarized light. So the light was vibrations in only one plane, we have to call as a plane polarized light. When a plane polarized light is passed through a organic compound, this organic compound rotate the plane polarized light towards right. So the organic compound rotate the plane polarized light towards right. So we have to call as a dextrorotatory. Dextrorotatory. The compound is dextrorotatory. So this is denoted by the letter sign of plus. Plus it is nothing but D form. It is a D form. So organic compound rotate the plane polarized light towards right, nothing but clockwise direction. This is a clockwise direction. The organic compound which rotate the plane polarized towards right or clockwise direction, we have to call it as a dextrorotatory compound denoted by the positive sign, and this we have labeled as a D form. If organic, when a plane polarized light passes through the organic compound that rotates the plane polarized light towards left, nothing but anti-clockwise direction, like this. Anti-clockwise direction, understanding purpose. So the compound is called as a Lioretatory. Lioretatory sign is minus. Its sign is minus, so it is called as a L form. It is L form. So this is a dextrorotatory is a D form, Lioretatory is a L form. So the compound rotate the clockwise direction is a dextrorotatory. If the compound rotate plane polarized towards the left hand side, we have to call as a Lioretatory. In this case The glucose is a dextrorotatory. The glucose molecule rotates the plane polarized light towards right, nothing but a clockwise direction. So it is a dextrorotatory compound. We are calling it as a dextrose. So this is some point relating to the glucose. Next, the structure of glucose determined on the basis of following evidences. This is very important. The structure of glucose was determined on the basis of following evidences. In that first one, these are the very important points. In that first point, so the molecular formula of glucose was found to be C6H12O6. First write the statement. This is the first point. The molecular formula of glucose was found to be C6H12O6. This is the first point. And the second point is a reaction of glucose with HI. Reaction with HI. Reaction of glucose with HI. Glucose on prolonged heating with HI gives N-hexane. So the glucose on prolonged heating with HI gives N-hexane. This reaction suggests that in a glucose molecules, all 6 carbon atoms are linked in a straight chain. So what is this point meaning is, first I am taking glucose. This structure I am writing here. This structure, there are 6 carbons is there. First I am taking CHO. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 carbons I am taking as CHOH. So each case CHOH. So simply I am writing as CHOH. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am taking as CHOH taken 4 times. Next last what we have is CH2OH. So simply I am writing this structure as this open side structure. This structure I am writing as like this. First one is CHO. So these 4 carbons, these all are same. CHOH. But here the third carbon OH is on the left hand side. Remaining all the cases OH is on the right hand side. This structure and simply I am writing as CHO. CHOH taken 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. All these together. These 4 carbons, these 4 groups I am writing as CHOH taken 4. Last one is CH2OH. So I am taking a reaction with the HI. So this compound I am taking this formula. So CHOH taken 4 times CH2OH. So this is nothing but what? Glucose molecule. This is glucose. This glucose we have to heat with HI. Heating with hydrogen iodide, HI followed by heat. Then what is the product we can expect in this reaction is CH3. There are 6 carbons. 1, 2, these 4. 1, 4. Total is 5. This is 1, 6. Total number of carbons in the glucose is 1 to 6. Then we have to write CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is nothing but 6 carbons is there, all in a straight chain. So all carbons in straight chain we have to use the symbol En. The number of carbons is how many? 6. 6 in the sense hex. All are single ones. We will get En. So on the glucose on prolonged heating with HI forms N-hexane. This reaction suggests that all 6 carbon atoms are linked in a straight chain. So this reaction is an evidence that all the carbon atoms in a glucose molecules are in a straight chain. Linked, all the 6 carbon atoms linked together, they form a straight chain. That is the statement. Glucose on prolonged prolonged heating with HI, and prolonged heating with HI forms N-hexane. Forms N-hexane. This reaction suggests that all the 6 carbon atoms linked in a straight chain. So this reaction shows that based on the reaction with HI, so what we conclude is molecular formula of glucose already we know C6H12O6. How these 6 carbon atoms are linked each other in a glucose molecule, that is the question. How these 6 carbon atoms are linked together in a glucose molecule, that is the question arises. So when the glucose react with the hydrogen iodide, the confirm that all the carbon atoms will be linked one another, they form a straight chain. So this reaction suggests that all the 6 carbon atoms are linked each other in the form of a straight chain. So this reaction confirms all the carbons are in a straight chain. This is the second reaction. First one is what? Molecular formula of glucose was found to be C6H12O6. This is the first point. The second one is reaction with HI. So based on the reaction with HI, what we conclude is in a glucose all the carbon atoms are in a straight chain due to the formation of N-hexane and glucose and prolonged heating with HI. So this is the second reaction. That structure of the glucose was determined on the basis of the following evidences. This is the first evidences and this is the second evidence. Next reaction with hydroxylamine and hydrogen cyanide. This is a third reaction. Reaction with hydroxylamine, formula is NH2OH. And hydrogen cyanide, HCl. So this is the third reaction of glucose with hydroxylamine and reaction of glucose with hydrogen cyanide. First we will discuss the reaction of glucose with hydroxylamine, NH2OH. First one I am taking reaction with the NH2OH. Glucose react with hydroxylamine to form oxime. Glucose reacts with hydroxylamine, glucose react with hydroxylamine to form oxime. Let us write the equation for it. So glucose formula CHO structure, CHOH taken 4 times and CH2OH. So I already said how to write this structure of this simple structure of glucose. This one reacting with hydroxylamine, I am writing as NH2OH. Then how to write the product is in the reactions of aldehydes and ketones with hydroxylamine. So how the product we wrote the similar way we have to write. So here is in the case of glucose there is a aldehyde functional group. This I am writing as C double bond OH like this. Right, in aldehydes how the product he wrote the similar we have to write product of glucose with hydroxylamine because it is a carbonyl functional group is present. This oxygen, these 2 hydrogens, so oxygen hydrogen removed in the form of water. Then this nitrogen we have to join to this carbon through double bond. Then we will write C and this hydrogen writing as CH double bond, and this nitrogen is joining to this carbon through double bond N, remaining what we have is OH. Simply this hydrogen and this oxygen we removed. Then next one is CHOH taken 4. CHOH taken 4 times. This is same and remaining part is same, CH2OH. This is oxime. So glucose react with, this is the glucose react with the hydroxylamine forms oximes. And this is the first one in this case. In this case, second one is a reaction with the hydrogen cyanide. Glucose react with the hydrogen cyanide form cyanohydrins like aldehydes and ketones. So aldehydes and ketones react with hydrogen cyanide, HCN form cyanohydrins. Similar reaction. Glucose reacts with hydrogen cyanide. Glucose react with hydrogen cyanide to give to form cyanohydrins. Cyanohydrin. So let us write the equation for it. I am writing a simplest structure of glucose CHOH taken 4 times CH2OH, isn't it? This one we have to treat with the hydrogen cyanide HCl. Then how to write the product? So how the products formed in the case of aldehydes and ketones? How do we write the products in the case of aldehydes and ketones? Similarly, we have to write because here is aldehyde functional group is there. So this is C double bond OH. Then this is the negatively charged species. This will attack at this carbon. This bond will be migrated in mechanism of in the mechanism of aldehydes ketones. You learn this equation. So this negative charge attack upon this carbonyl carbon. Then we'll get C, this hydrogen remaining I am writing as it is CH. This hydrogen shifting to here, this will become OH and remaining part is CN. This CN is attaching to this carbon, isn't it? Then CHOH, remaining part is same. CHOH taken 4 times CH2OH. This is called as a cyanohydrin. We have to call it as cyanohydrin. Simply we are removing one pi bond between the carbon and oxygen. Double bond is there, we are removing one bond. In the place of bond we are attaching this cyanide to it, hydrogen joining here. So this will become OH, this CN is attaching to it. So what is the product we got? This product is called as a cyanohydrin. So based on these two reactions, what we conclude that the carbonyl group present, there is a carbonyl group present in the glucose molecule. Glucose molecule present contains a carbonyl group. Reaction of glucose with hydroxylamine and hydrogen cyanide indicates that suggests that or confirm that the glucose molecule contains a carbonyl functional group. Nothing but this group. C double bond O. This is called as a carbonyl functional group. Carbonyl functional group present in the glucose molecule. That is the statement. These reactions confirms that glucose molecule contain or confirms that the presence of carbonyl functional group in a glucose molecule. These reactions confirm that the presence of carbonyl functional groups in a glucose molecule. So this is another evidence. These two reactions give the information that the glucose molecule contain carbonyl functional group. That may be aldehyde or ketone, it do not confirmed by these reactions. So these reactions simply tells that the glucose molecule contain carbonyl functional group. This is the carbonyl functional group. This is a third reaction. Next reaction with bromine water. This is the fourth one. Reaction with bromine water. Glucose is oxidized to gluconic acid on reaction with a mild oxidizing agent like bromine water. So let us write the statement first. Glucose is oxidized to gluconic acid. Glucose is oxidized to gluconic acid on reaction with mild oxidizing agent like bromine water, So let us equation for this case CHOH taken 4 times CH2OH. So this is a glucose molecule. So this glucose is reacting with the oxidizing agent, mild oxidizing agent bromine water. So Br2 dissolved in water. Bromine in the water we are calling as bromine water. Then what is the product we can expect in this case is here is a CHO group. This is a aldehyde functional group. This is aldehyde group. This aldehyde group is converting into a carboxylic acid group. The product is COOH. CHOH remaining part is same. CHOH taken 4 so CH2OH. So aldehyde group converted into carboxyl functional group. So aldehyde group converted into carboxyl functional group. This reaction is an evidence that the carbonyl group present in the glucose is aldehyde. The carbonyl group present in the glucose is aldehyde group. So carbonyl group may be possibility is ketone is possible and aldehyde is possible. But based on this reaction, what we conclude that the carbonyl group present in the glucose is a aldehydic functional group. That is the statement. This reaction indicates that the carbonyl group present in the glucose molecule is a aldehyde group. So the based on the reaction with the bromine water, reaction of glucose with bromine water, what we confirmed is the carbonyl group present in the glucose molecule is aldehyde. So based on these two reactions, reaction with NH2OH, HCN, what we confirmed is there is a carbonyl functional group present in the glucose molecule. So what is that carbonyl group cannot be confirmed by NH2OH and HCN. So these two reactions give the only information about the carbonyl group is present or not. Based on these two reactions, the glucose molecule contain carbonyl functional group. So based on this reaction, that carbonyl group is nothing but aldehyde. So based on the reaction with bromine water, the glucose contain the carbonyl functional group is nothing but the aldehydic functional group. So this is reaction number 4. Next reaction with acetic anhydride. This is the 5th one. Reaction with acetic anhydride. Acetylation of glucose with acetic anhydride gives glucose pentacetate. Let us write the first statement. Acetylation of glucose with acetic anhydride gives glucose pentacetate. So let us equation for it. CHO aldehyde CHOH taken 4 times CH2OH. So this is the structure of glucose. This one is reacting with acetic anhydride. We can write the formula CH3 C double bond O C double bond O CH3. So this is a acetic anhydride. Then what is the product we can expect here is a CHO, this group remains same, then CHO C double bond O CH3 taken 4 times CH2O C double bond O CH3. So this is a product from, this is glucose pentacetate. Glucose pentacetate. So already we know very well that the glucose molecule has 5 OH groups. I am writing the structure symbol. Here is a CHO, COHH, 6 carbons. I am writing first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is a 6. 6 carbons is there. Then this is on the third carbon, OH is on the left hand side, H. This is OH. Remaining all the cases, the OH is on right hand side like this. So this is the structure of glucose, open chain structure of glucose. In this case, this is the first OH, this is the second OH, this is the third, fourth, fifth. There are 5 OHs is there. So in the glucose molecule, the bond cleavage is taking place here. The bond cleavage is taking place here. This group is joined to the, this where the OH group is there, there we have to join this group. As a result, O and this will be C double bond O CH3. So O C double bond O CH3. How many will get? 1, 2, 3, 4. So CHO C double bond O CH3 taken 4 times. And here also has one more OH group is there. This OH group also converting into O C double bond O CH3. So glucose pentacetate. So this reaction, what this reaction gives information to us is the presence of 5 OH groups in a glucose molecule confirmed by reaction with acetic anhydride. So here is one OH, this is the second OH, this is the third OH, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth. So the glucose molecule react with acetic anhydride will produce glucose pentacetate where the OH is there, so that OH will be involved in the reaction. So that the formation of a glucose pentacetate confirm the presence of 5 OH groups in a glucose molecule. Write the statement. This reaction confirms the presence of 5 OH groups. Confirms the presence of 5 OH groups in a glucose molecule. So this is a fifth reaction. This reaction will give information about the presence of 5 OH groups in a glucose molecule. This is a fifth reaction. Next reaction with nitric acid. This is the sixth one. Reaction with nitric acid, HNO3. The oxidation of glucose as well as gluconic acid with nitric acid gives succinic acid. Let us write the statement first. Oxidation of glucose as well as gluconic acid. Glucose as well as gluconic acid with nitric acid. With nitric acid gives succaric acid. The succaric acid is a dicarboxylic acid. So let us the equation first this case. I am taking glucose CH2 CHOH taken 4 times CH2OH. I am taking glucose one side and another side I am taking gluconic acid. So this CHO group converting into COOH group. CHOH taken 4 times so CH2OH. This is gluconic acid. So what we are doing is upon oxidation. So glucose is an oxidation. The product is this CHO group converting into COOH group. then this part, middle part remains CHOH taken 4 times. This is CH to OH group also converting into COOH. So this group converting into COOH, this group also converting into COOH. Then the product is COOH here. COOH, CHOH taken 4 times COOH. This is called as a saccharic acid. Saccharic acid. Even gluconic acid, oxidation with nitric acid. So oxidation nitric acid, this CH2OH group converting into COOH group. So this reaction of glucose with oxidation of glucose and oxidation of glucose as well as gluconic acid with nitric acid gives saccharic acid. This reaction confirms the presence of primary alcohol group in a glucose molecule. Look at this. So this is a CH2OH. This is a primary alcohol. This is primary alcohol. If you take this one, this OH group attached to only one carbon. So this is a primary alcohol. Suppose if you take this OH group attached to carbon, that carbon attached to 2 different carbons. So here and here. So this is a secondary alcohol. This also, this OH group attached to this OH group attached carbon attached to 2 different carbons. So this is a secondary alcohol. This OH group attached carbon attached to 2 different carbons. It is also a secondary alcohol. This OH group attached carbon attached to 2 different carbons. This is also a secondary alcohol. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 secondary alcohols present in a glucose molecule. So glucose molecule contain 4 secondary alcoholic functional group and only 1 primary alcohol. This is the only primary alcohol present in the glucose. This primary alcohol, this OH attached to only 1 carbon. The carbon attached to only 1 direct carbon. So that this is a primary alcohol. So the oxidation with nitric acid, in this reaction the oxidation with nitric acid, primary alcoholic group. The primary alcoholic group converting into carboxylic acid functional group. The primary alcohol group converted into carboxylic acid functional group indicates the presence of primary alcohols in a glucose molecule. This reaction suggests that the reaction of glucose as well as gluconic acid with nitric acid, oxidation of glucose as well as gluconic acid with nitric acid confirms the presence of primary alcohol group in a glucose molecule. The product here is saccharic acid. So this reaction indicates or confirms the presence of primary alcoholic functional group. Primary alcoholic, this means OH. Primary alcoholic functional group. This reaction indicates the presence of primary alcoholic functional group in glucose molecule. So this is the reaction of glucose with nitric acid. This is the reaction of glucose with nitric acid. Next, the exact spatial arrangement of different OH groups present in a glucose molecule was given by Fischer after studying the many other properties. First, read the statement. The exact spatial arrangement of different OH groups present in a glucose molecule was given by Fischer. After studying many other properties. And its configuration is given as its configuration. Configuration of glucose, CHO and this I'm taking a second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon. At last carbon we have to write a CH2OH. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth and the sixth. At third carbon we have to write OH is on the left hand side. At third carbon OH is on the left hand side. Remaining all at all carbons OH is on the right hand side. So OH is on right hand side. Here is OH is on right hand side. Here also OH is on right hand side. Then remaining valence of carbon is satisfied by hydrogens. CH. So CH. This is the open chain structure of glucose. It is configuration of glucose. Then we can write the structure of gluconic acid. Gluconic acid is COOH, COH, H. So in the place of CHO, simply we have to write a COOH. This is the glucose. This is glucose. Gluconic acid I am writing. Then this is COH, H. 4, 5, 6. All the same. So OH is on right hand side, OH is on right hand side. H. This is gluconic acid structure. Gluconic acid structure. Next, saccharic acid structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First carbon COOH, this carbon also COOH. Right? So this is something first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. At third carbon OH is on the left hand side. So remaining OH, all the places OH is on right hand side. We have to write H, H, H and this is H. This is the saccharic acid. Saccharic acid. This is a saccharic acid. And the open chain structure, this one, the open chain structure of glucose. The open chain structure of glucose was determined on the basis of, the first one is the molecular formula of glucose is found to be C6H12O6. This is the first one. The second one is the reaction of glucose with hydrogen iodide. Reaction of glucose with HI indicates the presence of all carbon atoms are linked in a straight chain. So reaction with HI, glucose react with HI to form N-hexane. The formation of N-hexane from the glucose when reaction with hydrogen iodide indicates the presence of all the carbon atoms are linked in a straight chain. All the carbon atoms are linked in a straight chain. This is the second evidence. The third one is reaction with hydroxylamine and HCN, hydrogen cyanide. The reaction with hydroxylamine, the glucose form oximes. The reaction with hydrogen cyanide form glucose forms cyanohydrins. These two reactions confirm the presence of carbonyl functional group in a glucose molecule. So the reaction with hydroxylamine, hydrogen cyanide confirms the presence of carbonyl functional group in a glucose molecule. Next, the reaction with bromine water. So glucose reaction with bromine water, there is a formation of a gluconic acid. So the formation of a gluconic acid confirms the presence of aldehyde functional group in a glucose molecule. So glucose molecule contains aldehyde functional group. That aldehyde functional group confirmed by reaction with bromine water. Glucose reaction with bromine water. The next one is glucose react with acetic anhydride. When the glucose react with acetic anhydride form glucose pentacetate. This reaction gives the information that there is a presence of 5 OH groups in a glucose molecule. So glucose molecule contains 5 OH groups. The presence of 5 OH groups in a glucose molecule confirmed by reaction with acetic anhydride. Next, the presence of primary alcoholic group. Presence of primary alcohol group confirmed by reaction with nitric acid. Glucose react with nitric acid will form saccharic acid. This is the saccharic acid. So this reaction of glucose with nitric acid indicates the presence of primary alcoholic group. Later, the exact spatial arrangement of different OH groups present in a glucose molecule was given by the Fischer after studying the many other properties. And the structure of open chain structure of glucose molecule is this one. So this is the open chain structure of glucose molecule. So this is a open chain structure of glucose molecule. Next class I will come out with another continuation topic.